Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. We are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Wednesday, March the 20th, 2024. We have a exciting show for you today. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to discuss something very important. We are going to discuss why you should never, and I mean never, take financial advice from people who have no money. Okay? You study them, you learn what they did, what they did not do, and you keep it moving. You do not take their financial advice. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, we have merchandise to sell. Okay? I will leave a link below. It is on a website called Spreadshop. We have a t-shirt that you can buy. You can buy you can buy a cup. You can buy a t-shirt. You can buy a tie-dye shirt. So on Spreadshop, the name of the store is Threaded Expressions. I will leave a link. We have a t-shirt that says Action Speaks the Loudest. And go out, get that t-shirt because action does speak loudest, ladies and gentlemen. In order for you to really get where you want to get, in order for you to get ahead, move forward in life, to move on in life, you have to start taking action. Sitting around, over learning, sitting around, dreaming, daydreaming, will get you nowhere. Okay, you must take action. We all have to take action. Okay, laying in bed dreaming, at work daydreaming, you know, uh, thinking about it, thinking about taking a trip, that's dreaming. Taking a trip, that's action. Writing that movie script, that's action. Daydreaming about writing a movie script, it's not action. So action does speak loudest. So you go to Spreadshop, click. I'll leave the link below, and have t-shirts, all that good stuff. We'll start posting more. Um, we'll start posting more on there, and we'll start leaving the link below on a regular basis. We'll, as I don't know if you noticed, but we leave the link to Magic Mind up every day, and this is not. This is a good segue, but you can always go to magicmind.com/marketing moves. Use the promo code marketing moves 20 and check those guys out. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I want to say one more thing. We will be creating a email form. So you sign in, you sign up voluntarily, you sign up, and you will get emails on a regular basis from yours truly. Now, I'm gonna tell you up front. We're gonna ask for your name. We're gonna ask for your email address, and we're gonna ask for a telephone number. Why do we ask for a telephone number? Every now and then you will receive a text, whether it be, as I just talked to you about, whether it be the Spreadshop store that they have a promotion for t-shirt. It's Easter time. They might give you a sale on a t-shirt or anything like that. So, every now and then there will be a text. There definitely won't be a text every day, and there'll be an email on a daily basis. So, with that in mind, If you want to sign up, if you want to be a part of the Marketing Movers community, sign up for the emails. You will get them on a regular basis, very consistent. And we'll be starting that in a couple of days. But now, ladies and gents, let's talk about the main subject at hand. Let's talk about why you should never take financial advice from people who have $0. Okay. Now, ladies and gents, I remember a long time ago when I was knee high to a grasshopper. I tried to sell some Halloween candy in front of my apartment. I was probably 8, maybe, and I remember I was thinking, man, I'm gonna be rich. I'm about to sell some of this Halloween candy. You can't eat all that candy anyways. Bad for your teeth, of course. And so I had a lot of candy, and I think I made a little list, and I was gonna start selling candy, and I was stopped by the federales. In this case, the federales being my mother, okay, and she said, "Man, well, you ain't selling no candy. Nobody got time for that." And I said, "Huh?" And say, I'm trying to make a buck. I'm trying to make a buck or two around here. Um, it don't take long for you to know if you're in a family with a boatload of money or if you're in a family with not a lot of money. It don't take long for kids to understand that. You know what I mean? And so I knew that we was not the poorest of the poor, but we definitely was not the rich of the rich. You know what I'm saying? So any dollar could help. And so my mom was like, "Man, you don't want to do all that." And my mom, she, over the years as I was growing up, she gave me more advice financially, and it was always like, hey, go get a job, and, do this, do that. Never there was never talk about owning a business, running a business, the benefits of creating a business, starting a business, the benefits of having your own, uh, making money for yourself. You know, there was no talk of that. And so, you have this belief that, oh man, I gotta get this job, and this job is gonna magically, set me up financially. And we all know, anybody listening to this podcast, we all know that is not true at all. Okay. And so the reason why we're doing this episode is just to let you know you should never take financial advice from people who do not who do not look at who do not take money seriously. Money is a now we all know the old adage, money is the root of all evil. That's not the case. It's love of money. If you do anything for money, if you will cut your neighbor for a few bucks, that's love of money. That's the root of all evil. Not you wanting money or you having a desire to have more money. Because let me tell you something. I've I've had a few bucks in my pocket, and I've had $0 in my pocket. Life is always a little easier when you have money in your pocket, because the thing that people do not understand is the stress. Whenever you are lacking money, and life is just is stressful, and the bill man is knocking at your door, and they're like, "Hey," and I'm not talking, you know, "Oh man, your credit card's due." No, 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 no. I'm talking the lights are due, bucko, rent's due, the basic necessities. If you don't, it, and when you're struggling to pay the necessities in life, that's when it's like, what am I gonna do? Like, where am I gonna turn? And so I would definitely look at people who have a interest in money, who care about money, who says, "Hey, I can, you know, making money is there's nothing wrong with making money." I would not take advice from anybody. Let me tell you something. When I was when I worked in the warehouse a long time ago, always the phone. When I worked in the warehouse a long time ago, I worked in this bean plant. Okay, and there was always everybody was a genius. Let them tell it. I worked in this bean plant. We put beans in a bag. Very exciting, very exciting, very exciting. And we would get paid. Wasn't making a wasn't reckoning the bucks, but it was decent enough. We would get paid, and then it would be maybe you know 2 3 days later, somebody be like, "Man, I can't wait for payday." And I was like, "Hey, man, we just got to pay." And they're like, "Shh, man, money comes, money goes," And those guys, they were living paycheck to paycheck, and that's something else you always want to avoid. You want to try to put back a little money. You always want to have a few extra bucks in your pocket. And I just remember these guys would say, "Oh man, they would." One guy, he had a real nice car, and you would say, and you would ask him a couple questions, and he like, "Man, the insurance is more than the car," and it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? That don't make a lot. It didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time. Still doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And he would go, "Man, you gotta look good. You gotta look good, baby." Every time he say, "You gotta look good, baby. You gotta look good," and I'm like, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And so this is the mentality that some people have, and you want to stay away from that type of mentality when it comes to money. I remember I had a chance to get a Dodge Mustang one time. I was 25 years old, and I went to the dealership, and I was thinking about buying a car. And the guy, he was like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "Ooh, man, this is a cool looking car." He's like, "Yeah, man, you can get the car." He told me the payments every month, and then I went and he said, "You might want to call the insurance people though, because you being young, you being in the truck driving business, they might give you a high rate." And of course, they I think the payment might have been $300. The insurance is gonna be like $350 a month. I said, for one car? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And so I thought about my homeboy that I used to work at the warehouse with at the bean plants, and I was like, we're gonna pass on that action. And so you have to avoid, and I'll be honest with you, I would avoid 95% of the people when it comes to money, because at the end of the day, a lot of people on social media, they want to look rich. It's the goal for them to look rich, for them to act rich, so that way you can buy whatever slang, whatever hash they're selling. They want you to buy it, so that way they can make money. You know what I mean? It's like the people that say they travel all over the world, and they travel, they might be stuck somewhere because they don't got no money, and so they take the pictures and they post the pictures, and they're like, "Hey, buy my course," and they're waiting on the sales to come in so then they can go hop to the other place. You know what I mean? And so I would be very leery, if I was you, of taking financial advice from anybody. I would vet them. I would give them the double check, the triple check. You know, I I'm telling you what I know from my all the time living on Earth. Um, it's been 44 years, and a lot of people they want to they give you the perception that they have money, and they don't got a pot to piss it in the window to throw it out of, folks. Okay, and so be very, very, very careful when it comes to taking financial advice from anybody. I would not, you see these people, "Oh man, I'm beating Warren Buffett," blah 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 blah. It's like the financial people on YouTube, and they go, "Oh man, I've been beating the market for 20% or whatever every year." It's like, if it the one thing my mother did tell me, and I definitely agree with that. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Okay. um Financial uh financial stability is not hard. You need discipline. You need to make sure you keep track of everything you're spending. You need to keep track of the money that you're making. You definitely need to do that. I definitely say um, the one piece of advice that I will give you when it comes to finances is make sure you write down the things that you are, the money that comes in and the money that goes out. Make sure you, whether you do it on the computer, whether you do it by paper, pen, I don't care. But I would definitely keep track of seeing where your money's coming and where your money's going. And then that way you can get a grip on, okay, this is what I need to do. Because it's, and you all know the adage, it's not about how much you make, it's what you can keep. Okay. And so if you want a, and you don't have to be a you don't have to be $100 million, you don't have to make $100 million, you don't have to make $750,000. It's up to you what you want to make, but it's also up to you the lifestyle that you want to live. Listen, you want to live in Manhattan, you got to pay Manhattan prices. You want to live in San Francisco, you got to pay San Francisco prices. If you want to live in Piggott, Arkansas, you gotta pay Piggott, Arkansas prices. Piggott might not be as expensive as New York or San Francisco. So you figure that out where you want to go, and you figure out what you're comfortable with. You figure out, what do I need to pay rent? What do I need to do this? What do I need to do that? Because some people do not want to work that hard, and that's okay as well. Okay. Some people want to work 18 hours a day. Some people do want to work 6 hours a day. That's okay. Do not, never, never, ever, ever, ever let somebody judge you, bucko, okay? Hey, people, like I told you, people out here looking rich, and they're broke, and they're broker than you and me, and everybody else. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it. That is it for the podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like I said in the beginning, go to, I will leave the link, go to the Spread Shop, the Threaded Expression store, and buy yourself a Action Speaks Loudest t-shirt. The landing page will be in a couple of days. We will make it. You can sign up for emails, become a marketing mover. And I will show you, listen, I will be your Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I will guide you through the life of emails, okay? And so, ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, thank you for listening. My name is Tony Rizzano. God bless. And as always, everybody, peace.